At this point, I literally have a PhD in situationships. No titles, no vibes, just a whole bunch of confusion. And the God that I serve is not a God of confusion. So yeah, we need to talk about some things. So I got my tea, well, my Pepsi. And we just going to be doing my makeup, getting cute. I don't know if I have a date later on. I think I do, but the way that I'm feeling right now, we may not have no date later on. But I'm going to do my makeup anyway. As y'all know, I have been single. I'm starting off with primer, but I have been single for some time, and I'm not talking about like single, talking to somebody, a situationship. I'm talking about like, girl, I could let my phone die for 1 or 2 days and nobody called me. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Yeah, so I did my eyebrows off camera because I couldn't talk and, you know, I can't do 2 things at once, okay? So I'm gonna go in with some CC cream. Do I want to do that? Yes, I do. I'm gonna go in with some CC cream. But I have a lot of new subscribers here. We at 20K now. Thank y'all, thank y'all. We'll talk about a celebration in a different vlog. But anyway, a lot of y'all don't know, but I was in a relationship for over 10 years. Over 10 years. More so, I'll say, because the last couple years was kind of rocky. So I'll say at least 13 years we were together. Yeah, I'm gonna say at least 13 years we was together. And you know, when you with somebody for that long, y'all make plans, y'all have kids possibly, y'all talk about the house, the wedding, the ring, y'all talk about everything because you think that this is your person. And it's like you just literally thought everything was just gonna last forever. Like, be so for real. Child, anyways. But y'all, honestly, leaving that situation, it was hard, but it was probably one of the best things I ever done. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, yeah, it was time. I had to do what I needed to do. But when you first break up with your long-term person, it doesn't feel like freedom at first. Like, even though, like, me personally, I knew it was time for us to go ahead and go our separate ways. But when things finally hit the fan, it's like, dang, this is really happening. It's like, what? You feel sad, you feel grief. It's just like, you don't know what just happened, girl. You do not know the blessing that has just came over your life, girl. Like, relax. And in those beginning stages, when you're going through that so grief, you focus on yourself. You say that you are healing and things like that. You trying to love yourself. And I did all of those things. I really did. And I genuinely fell back in love with myself. But you get bored. So it's like, we going outside, okay? You want to be seen. You want to get cute. You want to do this. You want to do that. You want to do the things that you were not able to do when you were in this relationship. So when I got bored, I'm like, okay, let's get cute. Let's go outside. And it's like, for some people, you looking for the next relationship. Me, I did not want to be in another relationship. I knew I did not want to be in a relationship. So I already knew that the situationship was the route that I was going to go. And if you don't know what a situationship is, it's like a relationship without the actual title. You know, you are free to do whatever you want because you didn't put that title on it, you know? And some people would just call it as just dating. And that's how I see it. I was just dating. Weighing my options, you feel me? I'm using this Real Techniques brush. It is their deluxe concealer brush. It doesn't have a number or anything. Oh yes, it does. Their 211 brush, and I have on Elf Hydro Camo Concealer in the shade Tan Walnut. So I'm just blending that in, and I do like to let it dry a little before I do the blending process, y'all. But okay, situationships. Let's talk about the first one. The first one is the one where I felt as though, okay, I don't want another boyfriend, but this guy made me feel like I did eventually, okay? So, of course, in the beginning of any type of relationship, whether it's going to transform into any type of situationship, whether it's going to transform into a relationship or anything long term, everything is always peaches and cream in the beginning. Of course, we're going on dates every weekend. We're on the phone all day, okay? And not all day, because the type of profession that he could be on the phone all day, but it was just like, it would be frowned upon. So basically, he'll call, he'll check in, and he did more so of the calling in than me because y'all know I work on my phone. So that eventually became a problem. But long story short, he's sending me flowers, he's buying me things, and he's telling me everything that I want to hear. Yo, he's a gentleman. That's really, really big with me. He is a gentleman. It was little things, and that's real big on me. He paid attention to the little things, and that's what got me. Okay, now this man, he seemed like a really good guy, a really, really good guy.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man.
But there were some red flags. Y'all, I did do contour and highlight, but I think I want some more. I'm gonna go in with the same colors. I'm using e.l.f. Tan Walnut and their bronzer and contour in the shade Tan Deep. But everything was not all peaches and cream. Once we started to go out more and, you know, just be around each other more, things just started to get a little serious. And I don't know, I didn't allow it, but I also didn't prevent it. Okay, I didn't know what I wanted to do, y'all. To be honest, I didn't know, but I knew what I didn't want to deal with. Okay, so we're conversing, we at my house. My baby father will always come up. Are you still dealing with him? Yeah, are you still dealing with him? What's going on? Like, what's the situation there? And I would tell him the same thing. I'm not dealing with my baby father. I am not dealing with my baby father. Y'all know that my baby father and I, we had points of no contact. Then there were times where we had to converse because it was our kid's birthday or Christmas or whatever. It wasn't what he thought it was. Like, his whole thing was, you and your baby father could get back together at any point. And I understood where he was coming from, completely understood where he was coming from. And that's one of the things that I know that I did not want to deal with. I don't know what's going on with this light, but it's like, I knew that was something I didn't want to deal with. Okay, so that was red flag number one. It's like, bro, I'm not going to keep telling you. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. This is not about to be the topic of conversation every time we see each other. We not about to ruin every good night that we have because you want to bring my baby father up. Like, sir, be so for real. And this man had kids too. And I wasn't on no type time like this, that, and the no, I wasn't. But that was just something that I knew I did not want to deal with. From there, I just felt like he was nitpicking about everything. Why you don't call me? Why you don't ever take me out? Things of that nature. And it's just like, let me get a chance. Like, let me do it. And if I'm not doing it and it's been some time, then don't that tell you something? I'm not mean, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I got to a point where it's just like, I have a boyfriend. That's what I told him. I got a boyfriend. I think I like this setup better. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, him keep bringing up my baby father, or my baby father being the topic of conversation, was not the only reason why I decided that he was not it. Another red flag was when we was conversing and I brought up the idea of cheating. I'm like, well, why do you think men cheat? And his whole thing was basically, homegirl should be doing what she should be doing at home, and you know, he wouldn't have to cheat. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that, not one bit, because your first answer should have been, let me see what's going on at home to see why I want to go ahead and cheat. Like, let's check in home first. Not first, like, let's not cheat at all, but let me see what's going on here. Why isn't my girl, or why isn't my man doing what needs to be done? Why do I have these urges to cheat? Like, it could be internal, or it could be homegirl or homeboy could be the possible reason. But I just didn't like his thinking when it came to that. And after being in a relationship, and I told y'all this before, after being in a relationship for over 10 years, the next person is just like, no, I'm not dealing with it. No. Immediately, no, I'm not dealing with it. So that was another red flag. Okay, girl, you don't even do it like that. Get your little brush. I like to do my contour with a little brush because I don't like a lot of contour on my nose. I feel like my nose is already big, y'all. And I'm still learning how to bring it into them, but I'm gonna just do what I think I know how to do. Everybody be quiet. Ooh, girl. Okay, and I think I want to put a little up there and a little up there. I think I did this already. But yeah, y'all, red flag number 2. Another thing that I didn't like, but I had to respect it, is his religion. He was Muslim, and every Ramadan he would be like, I'm not gonna talk to you for a month. You're not gonna talk to who? But yeah, it is like I had to respect it. I don't know the ins and outs of what you can and cannot do. Like, okay, I understand intercourse, none of the smoking, drinking, things that you normally do, you might not be able to do during Ramadan, but conversing with somebody. So once he hit me with that, I'm like, yeah, I'm going back to what I already know. And I started doing my big time again. So that was that. And of course, we go through the motions. So at one point, I'm like, I'm not dealing with this man either. I'm not dealing with even one of them. So I chilled for a little while. Then I met somebody else. Real quick break. I'm editing, and I noticed that I didn't tell y'all what I wanted to do. So I wanted to give these people hypothetical names. I didn't want to expose them, so I used fake names. So we got Roy, we got Randy, and we got RJ. Okay, so just follow along. In the midst of me dealing with this other person, this new person, still dealing with my baby father, and yo, when I say dealing, I'm not talking about sexually. I'm not talking about intercourse. I'm not talking about that, okay? I'm talking about spending time with them, giving these men my personal, valuable, precious time. That's what I'm talking about. So as I'm dealing with them, well, dealing with the new guy, still dealing with my baby father, and the first guy, Roy, we're gonna call him, as I mentioned, Roy, Ramadan is over now. Now Roy hitting me up. Roy is hitting me up. I got a boyfriend now, sorry. That's what I told him. I had a boyfriend. Ain't had not one boyfriend in sight. I told him I had a boyfriend because he would not leave me alone. And I'm not saying he was stalking me. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he would call me every now and then, and I didn't want that at all. Like, do not call me. Don't call me. Let's see what's next. Let's set this, please. I went back to my baby father, not in a relationship, but and not even going out, y'all. He was just coming over, spending the night. That's pretty much it. I'm cooking for him. I'm washing his clothes, being stupid. I should literally put a clown face on my face right now. But y'all, this is what I'm used to. I live with this man. I got 4 kids with this man. This is what I'm used to. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, and something he may not know, because I lied to him about it. I lied to him about it, and after all this time, after all these kids, I honestly do not think he knows, but I lost my virginity to him, and I honestly feel like that's, wow, now girl, that is a lot. That's a lot. I feel like that's why there was such a stronghold. But y'all, I had to pray this man up off of me. I really did. I really did. And I do think that I told y'all how I found out his infidelities and things of that nature. But if I didn't, let me know in the comments. But although he did me wrong or whatever, I still went back. And I know I'm not the only girl who went back, so you can stop your typing of the judgmental comments right now. I'm not the only person who doubled back, and I'm not going to be the last person who doubled back, okay? So, like I said, he was the only person that I knew. So, even still doubling back, I'm still talking to my baby father. He know what it is. He's asking me, oh, I see you go out on dates every weekend, da-da-da-da-da. You don't post on the weekends, so what are you doing, da-da-da-da. You know, normal stuff. But I'm still dating. I'm still making myself available, still going out, even if it's by myself. And those are things that I don't vlog, you know, me going out by myself. But I did meet another guy, and I told y'all about this guy. I met him in the Dollar Tree. He was younger than me, and that's another thing. I don't know if I like younger guys. I don't know if I like older guys. I don't know what I like, y'all. I know what I don't like. Okay? I know what I don't like. But the guy was old. The first guy was older than me. This guy was younger than me. I've never dated anyone younger than me. My baby father is younger than me, but only about 4 days, y'all. But he was okay. From the rip, when our first conversation over the phone, not even over the phone, we was texting, because we never talked on the phone. We were texting. I knew this wasn't going nowhere. I already knew, because his mindset. That's what it is for me. It's the mindset. You could look like the ugliest man on this earth, but if your mindset is there, I'm making you a chance. But this man, he was young, not too much younger. We're gonna call him, that's crazy, I don't even remember the full name to give him a little, oh, I do remember his name. We're gonna call him, let's call him RJ. Everybody's name gonna start with an R. Roy RJ. Okay, RJ wanted to be a rapper, y'all.
Please don't play with me right now. Just, no, that's it, please. Let's not, please.
Sent me his link and everything. I told y'all this, but he wanted to be a rapper. And when he told me that, I didn't down his dreams. I was very supportive. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Do you make music? Like, and things of that nature. And he said that he sung, well, he was in the church choir, and I went to church. I was in the church choir, so I tried to build off of that conversation. Oh, why you don't go to church no more? What church did you go to? Where was that at? Da, 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 da. Have you ever thought about gospel music? You know, things of that nature. That's where I'm going with it. He's sending me his link. To his link tree, his YouTube videos of his songs. And then when you get into the songs, it's like, F-U-B, this, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, excuse me. And they come on. Like, we trying to get new music. We already hear that type of stuff. So it's just like, no. You cute. You got a job. You text back fast. You already planning dates within the first couple of days that I gave you my number. You doing some things right. But FBs and F the city and all of this, I'm sorry. I'm not dealing with that either. I completely apologize. So I told him like, yeah, your music is nice. I do not like to be mean, y'all, to these men, because they already got to deal with a lot of rejection and stuff like that. So if I have to reject a guy, I want to do it nicely, or I'm going to lie to you. I got to be fair. But y'all, that was him. And it don't go much further than that, because I ghost him. I stopped texting him and things of that nature. Like, I just stopped. And then the day that we were supposed to go out, he texted me saying that he got family issues. And I'm just like, what does that even mean? Because me, if I said I got family issues, that means I'm laid up with my baby father somewhere. So what does that mean? I'm serious. So I'm just like, I'm not dealing with that either. No, especially because you want to be a rapper. That's the main thing. Like, you want to be a rapper. I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments for real. Am I wrong? I'm sorry. I don't want to deal with a rapper. I don't want to marry a man in that industry. I'm sorry, especially with everything going down with this man and this trial and just about everybody in the industry. Why do you even want to be a rapper? Like, if he would have said a songwriter, producer, something of that nature, okay. And then I'm not gonna say, oh, let's just knock his dreams completely, because I like rap music, even though I'm getting out of listening to it. I could dibble and dabble. No, I can't, God. I'm so sorry, forgive me. I cannot dibble and dabble. That is being lukewarm. But it's just like, I'm sorry. I can't support that. I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm sorry. Yeah, we are going to do some cream blush. So I basically did all of my cream products. I should have did my cream blush before I set my concealer. It's okay. But I'm using e.l.f. and Mary Kay products. That's it. I told y'all that's gonna be my collection from now on. e.l.f. and Mary Kay. But y'all, I ghosted him. I ghosted RJ. The last time I talked to, what's his name? Roy. He sent me a Mother's Day text message. That was it. Haven't talked to him since. Before then, he gave me my little kitty cat, my kitten. But yeah. From there have been a lot of potentials. No, I sound like not a lot. There have been multiple potentials who I did get my number out to, who I have gotten phone numbers, but nothing went anywhere. So I got bored again and went back to what I know. I can be that type of person who can do a situationship. Like, you just want to chill, you want to go out. I can do that, but I don't want to. I don't want to. It's not of God. I actually do want to get married one day. I do want a God-fearing man. And I just feel like that right there, if you don't love God, then how could you ever love me? Isn't my cup cute? Yeah, but yeah. How could you ever love me? So y'all, from there, I just have been, if I get bored, then I'll just text my baby father. And I'm not gonna lie, somebody commented on my, I'm doing this all out of order. Somebody commented on my video and said that you and your baby father spending a lot of time together. What's tea? You feel me? So I just replied a little emoji because we have been spending a lot of time together. But though with me, I got my feelings and told him I don't want to deal with him anymore. And that was just recently. So I think I'm at a point where it's like, I don't, and the crazy thing about it, I don't even know what transpired for me to just be so completely mad at my baby father. I think it was I asked him to come over and he didn't come. That's what happened. I asked him to come over and he didn't come. But I was being a brat because he was just here for like 2 days. So I'm like, don't come over no more, ever. You can't come back anymore. But it was in that moment where I'm just like, girl, y'all keep going through the same thing. It's a back and forth. And just like our own Roy, you have the same opportunity to ask me out or to take me out on a date, or I am single. Even if that means that I may get back with my baby father. I don't think we are. But if that was the case, I told him, you have to date me. Like, you think I'm gonna go back to you? No, you need to change. And if you can't change, then just don't pursue me. But it's not just him pursuing me, it's me pursuing him too. So when I realized that we just back and forth. And if I want you, and if I pray about you, I pray about this man hard. I told you I prayed him off me. I prayed for this man to get right with God. I prayed for this man to do right by God, do right by women, even if it's not me. I just pray for this man so hard, y'all. But with that being said, it's just like, I'm going to continue to pray for him, of course, but I'm not setting myself up with emotions. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that anymore. So I am still open to dating. Still gonna date. And y'all, right now, it's just like whatever happens. So I'm going to do some lashes. I have these. I don't know where they are from. And then we have the LA Colors, the Dreamy style. I think I'm gonna do the Dreamy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the Dreamy. But y'all, in the beginning of the video, I said that I might have a date later on today. Now, I say I might because y'all tell me if this is a red flag. So, this guy, we've been, excuse me. I've been talking to this guy for like, I'll say a month and a half now. And he seemed real cool. Now, we went on about 2 dates. This would be the 3rd date. But the 3rd date keep being pushed back. Like, this is I'll say the 2nd time that it was pushed back. And I'm not talking about the time, I'm talking about the day. Like, we're supposed to go on this date around my birthday or like a week before my birthday. And they just keep being pushed back. That's why I say I don't know if I have a date, because he may cancel again or reschedule rather. And this thing is rain check. Like, sir, they say that in movies, and I'm not like, please. And the reasons is, well, the first reason was he had to work. The second reason was he had to work again, but he had like a split schedule. He was working, then getting off, and then going back. And he had like 2-3 hours in between time. So he was like, we could just go to lunch. I'm like, no, I don't want to go to lunch. I want to go to dinner. No. So I guess I could have went, and the date didn't have to be pushed back, but I want to go out at night. Okay. So with that being said, this guy, we're gonna call him Randy. So Randy, y'all, I'm trying to get some hair glue. This is so good. But Randy, another red flag about him is he's not that much of a gentleman. Like, it's some things that I have to tell him about, and we're around the same age, so he's not that much older than me. I just feel like that's something that I could work with. Anything else, like, he talks to me nice. We don't argue. We don't really have too many disagreements. We have a lot in common, and I'm scared about that, like completely scared. But we have a lot in common. What else? He don't be tripping over my kids or my baby father. Like, my kids or my baby father is never really the topic of conversation unless I got the kids on the weekend, or unless they stay with me on a Friday, you know. But we don't talk about the kids. We don't talk about the kids. We don't talk about my baby father. We don't talk about past relationships. We literally just talk about us. We talk about celebrity stuff. He's into celebrity stuff and I'm not. And he just be like asking my opinion on things as if it was like real life people situation, or like normal people situations rather. And I don't mind talking about celebrities. I really don't. It's just not my cup of tea. But that's something that he likes to talk about. What else we talk about? What else we talk about? I would say conversation-wise, I had the best conversations with Roy. Me and Roy be talking for hours, y'all. Hours. Randy, he can talk. And RJ, nah. I don't even know. It didn't even last long enough for me to see how his conversation skills. And my baby father, we're going to call him, this lash is not all the way on. But we're going to call my baby father, I don't know, BD. We're just going to call him my baby father. But yeah, my baby father conversation skills are not there either. He has to be interested in the topic for us to converse about it. And with me, I can talk about anything. I literally can, because I like to learn. So when I told my baby father, when we used to talk about like what was our issues with each other, and when I told him that he don't talk about nothing, like he like, well, we don't have nothing that we like together that we could talk about. And I'm like, that's not true. No, my baby father, he likes to talk about sports and gambling, two things that I do not care for at all. So I'm like, have you ever noticed that when we talk about sports and gambling, you know I don't like either one of them. Do you know how long the conversation goes? Oh yeah, because you be asking questions, and I'm like, exactly. I don't care. If I feel as though the person I'm dealing with is interested in something and they want to talk to me about it, I'm going to indulge in the conversation. Even if I ain't talking about nothing, like with what's his name, Roy. We gotta change some names, because all these odd numbers, names and stuff, we can't do that. But Roy, he'll talk about sports too, and I say something stupid like, I don't even know. It'll just be stupid, and we'll start cracking up, and he trying to teach me the game. So it's just like, teach me the game. No, I might not be interested, and yes, you may have to explain it to me every single time, but if you like it, I love it, baby. Okay? But I love a man who can hold a conversation. I love a man who is a gentleman. I love a man who loves God, whether, I'm not going to say whether it's my God or their God, but if somebody, I feel as though if somebody has some type of religion that they follow, they're going to be grounded on something. They're going to have some type of morals, some type of integrity. That's what I like, integrity too. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Like the dating life in Philly, at least, if you ever considered moving here, stay exactly where you are. Stay exactly where you are, because the housing ain't it. The neighborhoods ain't it. The schools, oh Jesus, I was about to cuss. The schools are not it. The men clearly aren't it. Some of them. The women ain't it. Like, child. Y'all let me know how y'all dating experiences have been. Like, if you've been in a long-term relationship and you like are entering the dating world like myself, what are some things that you're not dealing with, or some things that you will compromise with? Like for me, Randy, that's his name, right? The camera guy, Randy, not being a gentleman is something that I will compromise with, because there are certain things that they may not know, or certain things that they may not have had to do in the past, you know, or they may not have been raised that way. I always tell my baby father, like my nephew, he will literally carry my purse if he feels as though I'm struggling with it, or he feels as though I'm tired or something like that. He will grab my purse, say, TT, I got it. That's the type of man I want. And he's what, 14? Yeah, my nephew is 14. And you got my brothers who are older than me. Well, one of them who's older than me would be like, I'm not carrying no purse. And I'm just like, and that's exactly why you single right now. But y'all, it's so simple, and men try to make it seem like women are so hard to understand, and vice versa. But I feel like if you understand your person, you ain't trying to figure out what all these other people are like. Like, no. Learn your person, and then you'll figure out what to do to keep that person. You understand me? And then I feel like I want a man who know how to communicate. If there's an issue, let's talk about it, because I'm the type of person, if I feel it, I want to talk about it. I want to discuss it. We're going to converse about it. Let's lay it all out on the table. And I am working on this. I will say I'm not the perfect Patty. I am working on raising my voice. I'm a yeller. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm not saying like these men didn't have any red flags with me, because I'm sure they did. I'm sure, especially my big father, he cheated on me. So of course there was something I wasn't doing to make him happy. But there are also things within himself that I feel as though he struggled with. I'm going to give Randy a chance, because he's not that bad of a guy, y'all. He's not at all. He's not that bad of a guy. He works a lot, but I don't think that's a bad thing. And I feel like if you at work, like you say you at work, then it's not a bad thing. You feel me? And I feel like that's my problem, because I have been lied to, because I have been cheated on. I feel like at first I wasn't dealing with nobody because I didn't want to take old baggage into new relationships. You feel me? And I still don't want to do that. So I'm at a place right now where, girl, if you're gonna deal with your big father, deal with your big father. If you're not gonna deal with him, stop dealing with him, because you are blocking your blessings. And that's how I honestly feel. If I'm gonna keep dealing with him, I'm blocking my blessings. So I'm going to continue to date, but this time I'm not just dating for situationships anymore. I'm not in this place where, oh, I'm finding myself. No, that's not me. I found myself. I know who I am. I know what I like. I'm just working on continuing on that journey. I'm not working on finding the journey. I found it. I'm just working on continuing on that journey. With that being said, I'm not giving my number just to anybody anymore. I'm not just dating just for a situationship. Honestly, I saw this video, and I honestly think I want to do it. I think I told y'all about it before, but I saw this video, and the girl was like, just make a password with God. You know, you want your man to be, or your husband to be a certain kind of way, to say a certain type of thing, or you want a man, right? You want your husband to have specific types of qualities. Of course, you're going to pray about it. Of course, you're going to seek God and trust that God will bring this man into your life, the man that you want, okay? However, the girl said, when you are praying to God for this man, make a password with God. So when the man come approach you, you won't wonder, like, is this him, God? Is this him, God? You will know it's him by what he say. If he say that password, and the password can't just be anything, like it has to be something unique to you where everybody won't be able to see it, or everybody won't be able to tell. And it doesn't have to be a tangible thing. It doesn't have to be a physical thing. It could be something like his thought process. It can literally be anything. So I feel as though if you are going to take that serious, because I'm going to do it, and I've been thinking about this for, I seen the video probably like a month ago, and I've been thinking about what my password could be, but nothing has stuck. So I feel as though once I get into prayer, once I start reading my word a little bit more, and really not even worry about the dating life, I feel as though my password will come to me. If you don't focus on it, it will come to me. That's how I feel. So that's where I'm at right now, y'all. The dating life is a scene, is absurd. It's crazy. It's 100% scary, especially with STD cases rising, the statistics and everything on that. It's scary. It's scary. And it's like, that's why you will want to stick to what you know. You feel me? But no, I can't do that no more. I feel like I have to keep busy where I won't be bored. If I'm bored, then I might text somebody. Overall, I am going to give Randy a chance. Hopefully we go out today. I'm actually going to call him as soon as I'm done with this video, because I didn't just do my makeup for nothing. Forget that. We'll see in the next video. But nonetheless, y'all, I am still scared with the whole dating process. I'm nervous about the entire thing. I'm not letting my guard down. I am very aware of the things that I don't want. I'm very cautious of red flags, and I do pay attention to them. As y'all notice, like, the relationships or situationships haven't gotten too long. Like, they didn't get too much of my time, and that's the main thing. Because I'm not going to say that I wasted 10 plus years, but in those 10 plus years I have learned a lot of things that I don't want to deal with. Okay, and I'm not going to say it's my baby father's qualities specifically. There are things within inside of me as well that he didn't like, and I just felt as though wouldn't no man like. So it's just like, girl, you got to do something within yourself too to pull the man that you want, or to keep a man. Feel me? But y'all, my makeup is done. I am liking it. I am going to fix this little harsh line right there. But yeah, just to recap, Roy is no longer in the picture. RJ is no longer in the picture. Randy is a new contender, and my baby father is not a contender either. So Randy, he doesn't know that I have YouTube, y'all. He doesn't know that I have a YouTube or a TikTok. He thinks I'm just on Instagram. And he's not able to view my stories either. So yeah, who knows if he'll see this. Hopefully he don't. And if he does, Randy, apply some pressure, baby. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I did spray some setting spray, but I'm gonna spray some more. Yeah, and I told y'all that I'm only using e.l.f. and Mary Kay, but the blush I just put on was Juvia's Palace, I believe. Juvia's Palace, whatever. I'll link it down below. But I'm gonna let y'all go. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we just hit 20K yesterday. Like, well, not yesterday for y'all, yesterday for me. It's Saturday. But Friday evening, we hit 20K. I thank y'all for subscribing. I thank y'all for commenting, liking, everything, sharing. I genuinely appreciate each and every last one of y'all. I really, really do. And I told y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all in every video, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, the bottom of my kids' hearts too, even the freaking cats, okay? We all thank y'all. Seriously, because without y'all, I would not have been here. And I genuinely just want to thank, I'm going to thank all y'all, but my supporters who have been here from the beginning. We made it, y'all! Yo, if you are new here, I do acknowledge my supporters as my sweeties. So you are now an official sweetie. Let me know if you are new here in the comments down below. I love to personally welcome y'all. Hopefully y'all know to subscribe if you want to. I'm not pressuring you, not demanding that, and I literally didn't even tell y'all this whole video, but I do want to tell you right now, if you like my content, I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe. If not, that's your preference. I will be okay with that too. I won't even know. okay? But if you want me to know and you want me to acknowledge that you are here, just leave me a comment down below. If you made it this far in the comments, leave me one of those couple emojis, whether it's the kissing, holding hands, leave me a couples emoji. All right, y'all, I thank y'all so much. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video.